too.
Hi. Hi there. Terra from Boys and Girls Club, Western Pennsylvania. I wanted to share with you one of my favorite little hobbies. I would call it more than a hobby. It's a study and a practice called Kirigami / Origami. Kirigami is the art of cutting, Japanese word. Origami is the art of folding. I like to do combinations of both, and then I pull in my art foundation for drawing upon them and turning them into sculpture or kinetic sculpture. But I thought it'd be really fun for you to show you the basic move. The basic move is called pop-up angle, and I do it all the time. This is just so much fun. So I do things like, let's just give a quick overview of what my version of a Kirigami pop-up card is. Something like this. That is made from a Merry Christmas greeting card. Okay. Here's a few more. This is one with like a trifold, and it's also double-sided. And this is one where I was starting to experiment with a moving out form. I didn't bring my kinetic one down, the one that moves. I have ones that you fold out and they spin and move. But here's the basic one that's really fun, is when you do the pop-ups and then you start to do your color work and your drawing work and connect the lines through three-dimensional space, if that makes sense. You almost have to you have to blur your eyes, and then you can kind of see the lines in space. And my favorite thing to do is to turn something like this so that you can see that kind of line too. There's all kinds of ways to look at these things, and they're all beautiful. Okay, this is a fun thing I want to show you real quick. This is a unit origami piece, which I also practice. That is when you make small units and you put them all together. It's kind of mathematical, but almost like Legos for origami. It's really fun. And this is the last one. It's really cool. That is still in progress. All right, here's how we do this. You're gonna just use a basic cardstock. Oh, and here's my little dragon. I do lots of little origami things, and you can even dip these things in clay. I'm a potter as well, so you can dip this in clay. You can do it in porcelain. You can dry this and fire this in the kiln. The paper will burn away, and then you're left with a little porcelain origami creature. Pretty cool. Okay, here we go. So the easiest way that I show the children to do it, and you can be as exacting as you want as you progress and experiment through this project. This is just like a free flow project. I don't even have a ruler in my hand, okay? I'm just gonna fold the paper relatively in half. It's not even perfect. I'm just gonna make this like so. And then I'm gonna take a pencil and I'm just going to, so here is the open edge. Here's the folded edge, the closed edge. And all I'm gonna do is put a line where I wanna cut to on above the folded edge. So I'm going to go one, maybe one here, maybe one here, and maybe one here, or higher, okay? A line that I can erase. Then I'm going to take my handy dandy scissors, and I'm just going to cut up to those lines. Maybe it'd be better if I showed you in dark pencil, in the darker pen. One, pretending like this is a pencil line that's going to be erased, okay? Then we're going to go cut up to that line. However wide you want to cut it, your strip. Your strip can be skinny or wide or medium. I'm doing these kind of wide because I want to add more pop-ups within these pop-ups. And I'll show you what I did. So I just cut up to those lines. So these little flappies are here. See? Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these flappies up, kind of in a vertical position, as vertical as you can get them. And I usually like to take a spoon, especially when we're working with cardstock. This is cardstock. I like to take a spoon and just help me make my crease a little harder, okay? There we go. So now we have this little thing, little high kicking paper action. Ready? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down. I'm going to open up my paper, cardstock, and I'm going to pop those babies up. Pop, 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 pop. Now what happens is, this is, and I'll fold it just to crease it. This is your start. This is how everybody starts. You can put this piece inside a construction paper or another piece of cardstock, whatever you like. And all this can be hidden if you like, the back part. But this is your pop-up basic bone structure, like a skeleton. If you wanted to put like a crazy, add more paper, then put like a crazy dinosaur like right here, you know, you could paste him right onto that surface right there so that he will pop up. The same for any of these sections. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is just the next step. If you want to go a little bit more advanced, I'm going to close this up like this. And I'm just going to make another line over these closed features. I'm going to make another little line. It's not going to be as wide as the other one. Okay. I'm going to take my scissors. Now, I'm not going to cut through the whole, I'm not going to cut through both sides. I'm going to cut just through the top because I'm only working with the top. I'm going to cut up to that line, whatever width that I want. Boom, boom. And you can get dimensions, so you can put things on the top. You can put things on the bottom. You can add different panels. I love to go to the library. I think it was a I forget. Game of Thrones. I got a big pop-up book. It was a whole world, and they had sections of things that popped up left and right. And I would just love, if I had more time in my day, to design one of those. We are going to write a story together, my husband and I, so maybe we can include a pop-up section. So I just did the exact same thing that I did before, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold them down again, open up your thing, oopsie, open it up, pop those guys out, 1, 2, 3, fold it to help the crease, and boom, you have another stage of pop-up. Okay, so if you had something up here and you wanted something behind, a dragon with a monkey, okay, or a bird up here and a tree down here, then you can create depth on your pop-up, okay? But it's also a beautiful, beautiful sculptural thing. So here's another look at that. And then you can also draw on it to make it become something like this. So this has multiple pop-ups, you know. So anyways, this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as origami and kirigami, and I will share more origami and kirigami. My specialties are clay sculpture, origami sculpture, and culinary art. So, and I also like fiber art, so I'll be sharing some of that too. So in May, there will be on-demand videos about sculpture and visual arts. It's going to be called Children's Imaginarium. Okay, you can look by Ms Terra, so you can look for those. So I just want to open up your imagination and just give you some tools so that you can start exploring on your own. Thank you.